tonight, so.
Hello.
Yo,
Alright, hold up.
is Jason your house?
Jason.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the campus of Rowan University. Tonight's Rutgers-Newark College game with Rutgers-Newark. Tonight is senior night, and we have on this year's senior class who will be making a final regular season game here at the gym. Our first senior is Rowan. Rowan is accompanied by his father, Jennifer Smith, and his father, Randy White. Rowan will be the Rowan last year, and is an integral part of the program successful day one. With the attitude and knowledge of the game, and helps teammates and coaches alike in the up and down of the season. He currently goes 29 games playing with 598 points and 370 rebounds. He is tied for a Rowan record with 6 blocks in a game. Rowan is currently second in impact and scoring goals setting in field, as well as first in block shots. Rowan will lead all as one of the most versatile players to ever wear a Rowan uniform. Thank you and congratulations to Rowan White. Our next senior is Rowan Kerr. Rowan is accompanied by his brother, and father Steve Barr, his brother Nick Wilder, his sister Destiny Curry, and his nephew Jonathan Wilder. Rowan transferred to Rowan University in the 2016-17 season and was an immediate impact player. Rowan's a basketball lifer whose quickness and offensive ability have been giving opponents headaches for the last 2.5 years. He currently knows 62 games played with 669 points and 149 assists. Rowan's all-around ability will be greatly missed. Ladies and gentlemen, Rowan Curry. Our next senior is Rob Rutgers. Rob is accompanied by his father, Jeremy Rutgers. Also here today are his grandparents, May and John Batchelor. Rob is a 4-year starter who has been a heartbeat in the Rowan basketball team since he stepped over the court. His tremendous sound of leadership will not easily be replaced. He currently knows 98 games played with 928 points and 467 assists. Rob is currently first in the NJAC in assist turnover ratio. Rob is a legacy of Rowan as one of the program's best competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Rutgers. Our next senior is Nick Rutgers. Nick is accompanied by his mother, Robert, and Bob Rutgers. Also here today are his grandparents, May and John Batchelor. Nick is also a 4-year starter and one of the most talented players in program history. Currently ranking 8th in program history and scoring with 1,374 points. He also holds 7 Their names accompanied by a military official who shared on the page was Twitter and General Dan Wilson. Their leaders brought a ton of positive energy, leadership, and humor to the all basketball family. His ability to make everyone smile was missed on and off the court. He currently goes 45 games played, 220 points, and 101 rebounds. His hard work and perseverance are something to be admired. Thank you and congratulations to T.B. Robinson. Let's get ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for our 5 teams. And now the speakers starting up. First, the Stronger Raiders of Rutgers-Newark. Starting the open by the way, junior from Woodbridge, 75, Chase Rowan. And our senior from Millwood, number 10, Tyler Friend. Also, we got 16 sophomore from Michigan, number 11, Mike Gill. And our 16 sophomore from Harrison, number 20, Quincy Rutherford. And from the center, 6'6" sophomore from East Brunswick, number 1, Scott Kinnick.
Victor Persia, guard, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Ralph Persia, point guard, Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Duran Curry, guard, Deptford, New Jersey.
Ramon Wright, center, Newark, New Jersey.
Tariq Robinson, forward, Willenburg, New Jersey. John McCloskey, shooting guard, Pat Kong, New Jersey.
My name is Deontay Ba. I'm a power forward and I'm from East Hampton, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Hevelo. My position is small forward and I'm from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Austin Carney, forward, Monroeville, New Jersey.
Brian Thatcher, small forward, Northport, Florida.
Victor Ruggiano, shooting guard, Williamstown, New Jersey. Ryan Legler, point guard, Stone Harbor, New Jersey.
Marko Pantovic, forward, from Belgrade, Serbia.
Connor Dickerson, point guard, Marlton, New Jersey.
Adonis Ware, forward, Hillside, New Jersey.
Don't you worry, my child. Everything's gonna be just fine. Little darling, you keep on walking, 'cause I ain't never gonna leave your side.
As kids fall in love with sports, our universities are working every day to keep college sports safe, so you can watch them play with a little less worry and a little more joy.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me. You know what I am? I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter.
Shortstop.
High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
As we're about to kick off this game again as Jordansby Gym, Rowan University taking on Rutgers-Newark in a rematch in this NJAC division.
The Profs definitely trying to get a big win here. 2 games left in the season, like I said previously, and a loss last game against William Patterson, a tough loss 94-89. They definitely want to come back, swing, and get a big win here, especially on senior night, honoring the players for the Profs that have been here for 4 years or so. Just trying to get a big win at home late in the season against an NJAC opponent.
And now this game's just about to get underway, but we're going to take a look at the starters. Starting with the Profs, we've got Tariq Robinson coming into the game starting. Then we got Deron Curry, followed by the DePersia brothers as well. And on top of that, Ramon Wright. Gary, you want to read off those names for me for Rutgers-Newark?
For the Scarlet Raiders, we got number 1, Dante Ralph, a 6'6" center, sophomore. Number 5, Chase Barney is a junior guard standing at 5'11". Tyler Ofrey, a senior guard standing at 6'1". Mike Vick, a sophomore guard standing at 6'2", and another guard, number 20, sophomore standing at 6'3", Quincy Rutherford.
And as we finish those starting lineups for the day, we've got the tip and the action's underway. Rob DePersia getting the ball for the Profs now. One of the more prevalent players on this team, great ball handler as well as shooter. He'll look to pass to Ramon Wright, who dishes inside to Tariq. Tariq up against the wall, nothing. And Rutgers-Newark's going to rebound that one now.
A good start here by the Profs, starting off fast, getting a nice look inside. Just Tariq Robinson couldn't bang that one home.
And it's Tyler Ofrey with the ball. Over to Mike Vick. Mike Vick back to Ofrey. Ofrey loses the ball. Deron Curry's going to tip that one away. He's going to look to take it inside. Gets it up. No good. Rebounded by Tariq Robinson and good. And Profs strike first here. 2-0 against the Scarlet Raiders.
And like I said before, the Profs starting fast on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, with a big steal there.
And Quincy Rutherford trying to get in the paint there. Loses the ball, however. Tariq Robinson fighting for it. Gives it to Nick DePersia, who gives it to Ramon Wright. Euro steps in the paint, lays it up, and it's good.
An acrobatic layup there by Ramon Wright, going up and under. Again, a big 2 points there, making it a 4-point lead for the Profs.
Chase Barney's pass over to Rutherford. Rutherford can't get past, so he's going to give it back to Barney's. Barney's trapped now. Profs stepping up their perfect man-to-man coverage early on in this game. Not going to let the Scarlet Raiders score. Should look to capitalize on their 4-0 lead right now. Ball tipped back out to Barney's. Barney's fakes it. Dishes back to Ofrey. Ofrey can't find anything inside. He's going to go in the paint. Throws it up. No good. Rebounded by the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders. And the shot clock will wind down to 0, and the Profs are going to win that ball back yet again.
The Profs are just on top of the Scarlet Raiders right now, not giving them a chance to breathe with fantastic defense there, forcing the shot clock violation, and the possession prior getting a big steal. Great job by the Profs in this one.
And Rob DeCurry now with the ball for the Profs. He'll give it to his brother, Nick. Nick at the top of the 3 now. He's looking to try and get something going. He'll swing it over to Deron Curry. Deron Curry fakes the 3, and they're going to call a travel against Rowan. And Rutgers is going to get that ball right back. And the Scarlet Raiders coming into today's game, again, lost against the Profs away. Final score of that game was 76-71, so they're going to look to get even and win this game against the Profs today.
It's not going to be an easy one with the Profs. Hungry for a win late in this year after a loss to William Patterson a few nights ago, and especially on senior night, the Profs trying to get a big win here.
Quincy Rutherford in the paint, loses the ball, but he's going to get it back. Gives it to Barney's. Barney's for 3, no good. Rebounded by Mike Vick. Mike Vick dishes it back out to Ofrey. Ofrey gets the pick. It's no good, though, however, because Ramon Wright's going to stay home on that one. Ofrey on Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright sticking him here. And he's going to look to pass it back out to one of his teammates who's trying to get in the paint, but the Profs aren't letting anything do. And the floater is good by Dante Ralph on that one.
Ralph doing some great job in the paint, trying to get something going. And finally does after multiple attempts inside.
Deron Curry now to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright for three. Good.
And a huge answer there after the Profs allowed their first points to the Scarlet Raiders. Ramon Wright with a big three there.
And Offrey carrying the ball up now. Profs are going to try to trap him, but it's no good. He's going to dish it over to Mike Vick. Vick back over to Offrey. Deron Curry sticking Offrey now. Offrey looking to call it a play, get the offense moving, so he's just going to take it in the paint. Nothing going, tries to give it to Rutherford in transition, loses it to Robinson, and now Deron Curry sprinting on the other side of the court to get the Profs back on the board. Nick DePersia, pull-up three is good.
The Profs have been playing fantastic to start this game, doing a great job on both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive, and right there, Nick DePersia with a huge three.
And just like that, the pressure's on early as Rutgers is going to call a timeout. We're going to look to see if it's a minute or 30-second timeout. And they're going to take a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep things here. Gary, Profs already out to a 10-2 lead. What are you looking to see from them so far in this game?
The Profs have just been playing so much faster, so much more aggressive, doing a great job at all of that offensively and defensively, trying to get a lot of steals, forcing turnovers, doing a great job on both sides of the ball, especially defensively, getting a bunch of turnovers, like I said, and then on the offensive end, capitalizing on these shots, making these open threes, making these shots inside, doing a great job on all sides of the ball, just clicking in perfect symmetry.
Amen to that. Just like that, we're coming back out of the timeout. Rutgers going to keep possession of this ball as they previously called a timeout. Down by 8 with 16 minutes left to go in this first half. So still early on, still early action. Rutgers still has time to get back in this game, but the Profs are definitely taking advantage of those last couple of turnovers by the Scarlet Raiders. Barney's pass over to Vick. Vick swings it inside to Ralph. Ralph back to Barney's. Barney's top of the three now. He's going to swing it to Ralph in transition. Ralph tries to pass it to Rutherford and again loses the ball out of bounds, and the Profs are going to get that one right back.
Profs just applying a lot of pressure just every single time a Scarlet Raider tries to make a pass. There's a Prof right there to contest it, doing a great job of keeping the pressure on in the defensive end.
And Nick DePersia swing over to Duran, back to Nick at the top of the three. Nick can't get the pick and roll. He's going to dish it back over to Duran at the other side of the three. Back to Nick from Duran. Nick looking to get in the paint, can't get anything going. He's going to take it in, loses it, but Ramon Wright picks him up, scoops, shoots, and it's going to be rebounded by Ralph. No good. Barney sprinting up the other side of the court. Rutherford looking to go in the paint. Going to get tipped, and they're not going to call foul on that, and the Profs are getting that one back.
A huge block there by Ramon Wright. Maybe a little bit of contact, but getting away with one there. And getting a big block there and bouncing off of a Scarlet Raider defender, offender there, and going out of bounds to give the Profs the ball.
And checking in for the first time today for the Scarlet Raiders, number 22, Xavier Towns, and checking out for the Scarlet Raiders is going to be Dante Ralph as Rob DePersia goes in for the layup, and he's got it. Profs make it an even 10-point lead now as they have the upper hand on the Scarlet Knights early on. Vic calling for help. Rob DePersia's got the lockdown on him. He'll swing it over to Towns. Towns inside to Rutherford. Rutherford goes up. Ball goes in and out of the net, and Deron Curry is there to rebound the ball as he's just going to slow his Profs up. He's going to go for the deep three ball. Step range, and it's good.
And that's something Deron Curry can definitely do, hit those deep threes, those NBA range threes, and hit them perfectly like we saw right there.
And just like that, Scarlet Raiders calling another timeout because the Profs, apparently too much pressure being put on them, and that's going to be a full timeout. So we're going to take a quick step off here. Again, you're listening to Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. in. Props just forced the Scarlet Raiders to take their second timeout of the half 5 minutes into this game. Gary, if you're taking a look at the Scarlet Raiders, what player on the Props team do you want to put the clamps on and shut down?
On the Props, I don't know. They're all playing so well. Every player for the Props seems to have been scoring in bunches, whether it's Devon Curry with his deep threes, Ramon Wright doing all of the above, Nick DePersia hitting shots, Rob DePersia hitting shots inside. Every Prop's just on top of things. You got to find a way to stop every one of them, and you got to learn how to make yourself a little less flustered, because it seems like the Scarlet Raiders have been having a big problem with that so far in this one.
And Vic with the ball now down on the block. Ba checking into the game for the Props. Barney's with the pull-up threes. Good for the Raiders. Props still out to a 10-point lead early on in this game. Deron Curry dishes inside to Ba. Ba swings it back to Nick. Swings it to his brother Rob in the corner. Tries to get in the paint. Ramon Wright up and over, and it's good for 2.
And Ramon Wright is just clicking the night. Everywhere on the court seems to be a made shot for him, whether it's the 3-ball or inside with those acrobatic layups. He's just on fire.
And Vic trying to get in the paint. Nothing doing, however, so he'll swing it back out to Barney's. Barney's calling for the offense to set up a play and try and get some more points on this board. Barney's gets the pick from Rutherford, who swings it over to Towns. Towns airballs the 3, and Ramon Wright is right there to rebound the ball for the Props. He'll swing it to Ba. Ba gets it over Towns. He goes up for the foul and almost falls. So Ba's going to go to the first time today for his team, and the first time in this game so far as the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders are going to make another substitution after the first shot again. Ba's first time at the line, so he'll look to just add 2 points on the board for his team as his first shot's up and good for the Props.
The Props just doing a great job on all sides of the ball today, just clicking every facet of the game.
And checking in for the Raiders first time today is Jameer Patterson, and checking out is Xavier Towns. Ba's second shot, no good, rebounded by Rutherford. Now Vic with the ball, over to Patterson. Patterson, nothing doing, he'll give it back to Vic. Vic double team, gets around, he gives it to Rutherford in the paint. Rutherford up and under, and he's got the layup for 2.
A nice up and under layup there by Rutherford, and he saw big old Dante Ba coming in for a big block there. A nice acrobatic move there to put up the shot.
Rob DePersia trying to put the skill set on display as nothing is doing. He can't get in that paint. He'll give it to Deron. Deron, another deep 3, no good. And they're going to call a foul on the Scarlet Raiders. They're going to call, I believe, a pushing foul on Tyler Offray. And the Props are going to remain in possession of this ball.
Scarlet Raiders just having a tough time on all sides of the ball. The Props clicking, and then the Scarlet Raiders just a little flustered, forcing a lot of fouls and a lot of turnovers.
And Rob DePersia now with the ball, can't get in the paint. He'll dish it out to Deron on the 3. Deron gets it up off the rim, and it's no good. Offray with the rebound now. He's pushing it for the Scarlet Raiders. He'll throw it over to Vic. Vic trapped, gives it back to Rutherford at the top. Rutherford looking to slow things down. He's going to give it back to Barney's. Barney's hands it off to Offray. Offray now over to Vic on the 3. Vic can't get in the paint. Deron Curry putting the clamps on him. He'll give it to Rutherford, who hands it off to Offray. Offray looking to do the 3. No good. Barney's tries to do a 3, and he left his foot just a little bit off the ground, and the referee's going to call him for a travel. Props are getting that one right back.
And we've seen it all game. The Scarlet Raiders just playing a little flustered, just causing a lot of fouls, just not playing their brand of basketball. And that's definitely something that's got to change for the Scarlet Raiders. They want to come back in this one.
And Kyle Legler and Connor Dickerson checking for the Props as Deron Curry and Rob DePersia are going to take a seat for the first time in this game. Dickerson with the ball, tips it over to Nick too. Legler in the corner for 3, no good. Rebounded by Jameer Peterson, who gives it to Offray. Offray looking to get double teamed by Dickerson, and Ramon Wright doesn't work. Now Offray just going to get around that one. He's just going to look to try and make some space. He'll dish it over to Mike Vick. Mike Vick over to Patterson. Patterson with the 3. A little short, however. Dickerson there on the block for the rebound. And he looked to be mauled from the back by Mike Vick, but they're not going to give him that call as he's looking to keep bringing that ball up for the Props. Swings it over to Ramon Wright now. Ramon Wright in the paint to Ba. Back to Wright. Back to, Dickerson. Back to Nick DePersia now. Gives it over to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright, he's just going to try and push his luck. Fade away 2. off the glass, nothing good. And Kyle Legler's going to fight for that ball, and they're going to call a push, I believe, by Legler. And the Profs are going to stay in control of this ball, actually, as that foul was on number 11, Mike Vick of the Scarlet Raiders.
Just a great fight there by Ryan Legler, doing all he can to come up with that ball and then getting the foul to keep the Profs in possession.
And Ryan Legler swings over to Dickerson. Dickerson, pull up 2 at the line, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Chase Barney, who hands it off to Rutherford, now going end to end. Rutherford swings it to Vick. Vick, floater over Ba, no good, comes down, and it's rebounded by Connor Dickerson. And Legler swings it over to Ramon Wright, who gives it right back to him. 3 in the corner, and the ball gets wedged in the corner of the net. The refs are going to have to stop that game and change possession as they look to get the ball out of the wedged area, and they do. I mean, Gary, what a shot to see that ball get wedged right in the basket and just absolutely destroy the momentum the Profs had built.
Luckily, these players are pretty tall. They could jump up, knock it down. When I'm doing that, if I get that shot up there, I need another ball or a ladder to take it down. So thank God these players are very tall.
And Barnes heaves the pass over to Rutherford. Rutherford in the paint, and he's got it for 2. First couple of points we've seen in the past 5 minutes of gameplay as Ryan Legler's bringing that ball up for the Profs. He gives it over to Ba. Ba gives it over to Ramon Wright now. Ramon Wright over to Dickerson on the 3. Dickerson to Nick Persia. Nick to Persia. 3, no good. Rebounded by Tyler Alfrey. Tyler Alfrey over to B.J. Honus. B.J. Honus is going to go up, and they're going to say Deontay Ba fouled him. And he's going to the line for his first time today and for the first time for his team in this one.
Definitely a good amount of contact on that one, but make them earn the points from the line. Don't give them any free shots going up. And then the Profs, what we see in the past couple of minutes, just not being able to make these shots. A lot of them have been heavily contested. So good job by the Scarlet Raiders by playing good defense in the past couple of minutes.
And Honus' first shot is up and good. Got a substitution for the Profs coming into the game for those Profs. And coming out for them is Ron Wright. And coming in for them is number 10, Matt Green. He's going to get his first look today in this game. And his second shot's up and good. Make them 2. Profs still out to a steady 7-point lead. 10 minutes left in this half. Dickerson with the ball now. Dickerson got trapped, looking for help over here. Nobody's helping him. He'll give it to Green in the paint, and Green's got it.
Great patience there by Connor Dickerson, not stopping anything, just keep moving, trying to find someone, and he finds a wide open Matt Green inside.
And you know, Gary, they really can't leave guys open like that. The Profs take advantage of all those open shots, just like that easy layup by Matt Green. Barney's 3, up and no good, rebounded by Connor Dickerson, and the Profs are pushing the other way. Dickerson's going to pass it to Green. Green's going to give it to Ba on the wing. Swings it inside to Dickerson. Dickerson, they're going to give a charge on Connor Dickerson against B.J. Honus, and the Raiders are going to get that one right back.
Dickerson, he's a very aggressive player, loves to drive in, like what we just saw there. But good job there by the Scarlet Raider by planting his feet and just staying still, taking a little bit of contact in the process, but get the ball back, so it doesn't really matter.
And Barney's with the ball now, swings it to Rutherford, who's almost out of bounds on that one. Had to go on that high vertical. Alfrey now with the ball, gives it back to Barney's. Back to Alfrey. Alfrey can't get in the paint. He's looking, he's got a one-on-one with Matt Green, but he's not getting past Matt Green, just he'll hand that off to Rutherford. Rutherford now, pull up 2 from the corner. It's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Nick DePersia, and the Profs attacking on the opposite end. Profs with the ball. Matt Green has the ball now for him. He's going to do a deep 3. Austin Carity now checking back in for the Profs. Checking in for the first time today for the Profs. No good on that one. B.J. Honus fakes the 3, gets inside on the paint, swings the Barneys on the opposite side. Who gets it to fall for 3?
Rutgers-Newark just taking advantage of the Profs, a little discombobulated on that defensive series, had a man open every single time.
And Nick DePersia smooths his way right into the paint and gets 2 for the Profs. Deontay Ba checking out for the Profs, and Austin Kearney again checking in for his first time today for the Rowan University Profs. Rutherford with the ball in the corner now. trapped by Dickerson and Green. Rutherford swings in the paint. He's going to get it up and good off the glass for 2. Nick DePersia in control of the ball for the Profs now. He's on the far side of the 3, a little bit trapped by those Scarlet Raiders, so we give it to Matt Green. Matt Green, little miscommunication with Dickerson, but Dickerson's going to be able to keep control of that ball. Dickerson spins his way in the paint. Floater is up and just short, and Offray is going to rebound that one and take it coast to coast for the Raiders, but he's going to slow up as Dickerson decides to put some pressure on him and allow him to not even get the chance to go back the other way. Barney's now over to Ralph. Ralph back to Offray. Offray sees the open lane, smooths his way in there for the floater, and it's good.
The Scarlet Raiders have been doing a great job offensively in these past couple possessions, doing a great job of getting buckets to fall.
Nick DePersia, Steph Curry range 3, no good, however. He's going to airball that one, and Offray with the rebound, and they're going to call travel on Tyler Offray, and the Profs are getting that one right back. And checking back in for the Profs, going to be Deron Curry and Rob DePersia, and checking out for your Rowan University Profs is Nick DePersia and Ryan Legler. Rob inbounds it to Kearney. Kearney hands it off to Rob. Rob back to Kearney for 3. No good. Onus with the rebound on that one. He's going to push it the other way, but he'll slow it up, and he'll land that off to Offray. He's looking to just get the offense going and set something up here. Offray getting man coverage by Connor Dickerson. Dickerson isn't allowing any space. Offray will get up and try and take the foul for Matt Green, but it's no good. Dickerson on the rebound with that. Who gives it to Rob DePersia, who gives it back to Dickerson. Dickerson trying to get past Ralph, can't seem to find that line. He'll get up and swings it, gets fouled, and gets it to fall for 2.
A huge shot there by Connor Dickerson, taking contact as he drives baseline and putting up a shot there and getting fouled in the process and hitting the shot in the process for an N1 opportunity right here.
And Connor Dickerson, one of the more prolific shooters on this team from the foul line this year. He's shooting a cool 69% from the line. He's definitely one of a handful of Profs players you don't want at the line getting free points for their team.
That's the thing with Connor Dickerson. You don't want him going to the line because he's such a good free throw shooter, but it's also tough to stop him going to the free throw line, as he loves to drive in, take contact, get these fouls, and get these opportunities to make his shots at the line.
And Dickerson's not going to get that one to fall, however, and the Raiders are going to get that one back. Mike Vick with possession now. Vick picks up his dribble. He's going to need some help. Can't find any help, so he'll give it to Ralph. Ralph, nothing doing. He's going to go back out to Vick. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Vick trying to get in the paint. Passes it to Ralph. Lead pass goes too far ahead of him, and the Scarlet Raiders lose yet another possession due to an untimely pass. And checking back in for the Profs is Ramon Wright, and taking a seat for the first time today is Connor Dickerson. And on the Scarlet Raiders end, we've got number 22, Xavier Towns, coming back into this game, as Ralph will take a seat on the bench. Rob DePersia now with the ball. Gives it to Deron Curry. Gives it to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright almost had Kearney in the paint with that lead, but he's going to get stuck by Rutherford. Deron Curry now with the ball. Dishes it over to Rob. Rob puts on the moves, and they're going to call a jump ball as Mike Vick steps in there to try and take the dribble away from him, but the Profs are going to be able to keep this one. And Rob DePersia took a hard hit to the face, and now he's bleeding from his left eye. And they're going to look to call for the trainer for some immediate action on that one. Looks like when Vick went for that ball, might have come up with it a little too rough and just nailed Rob right in the head. But he looks to be okay. He's on his feet right now, so we'll look to see what's going on. So Gary, quick, Profs up 24-18. What, if you're the Scarlet Raiders head coach, what do you tell your team to do against this Profs?
Well, in the past couple minutes, the Scarlet Raiders have been doing a great job offensively and scoring a lot of points in the process, getting back into this game, as at one point there was a 12-point lead or something like that for the Profs. So just keep cutting into this lead, playing good defense like they have been in the past few minutes, and don't give the Profs a chance to extend this lead any further.
Yeah, but you know, it just seems like the Scarlet Raiders are having a hard time just getting their passes to fall in the paint. Yeah, they've got 18 points, but you have to think of all the turnovers that they've suffered on the past few possessions.
Yeah, the past like 2 or 3 possessions definitely have been a tough turn of events. The ball not going exactly where they want, a little miscommunication inside. But you got to look at the past not just 1 minute or so with the last like 2 or 3 possessions, but the last 10 possessions or something like that, because they've been scoring. And even though that's not the best thing to look at is disregard the turnovers in the first, I think, 10 minutes or so were way worse, and they only had 2 points for a good amount of this game. So at least they're scoring, getting back into the groove a little bit. Want to cut down those turnovers, but definitely want to look at the positives of the past few possessions.
And Rob DePersia over there being looked at by the trainers, but he looks to be okay. And the refs just going to give a couple minutes as the staff will clean up some of the blood on the court so that nobody slips or falls into that little bit of blood on the court. And referees just taking a look on the court to make sure nothing else is out of order so that we can continue this game. Again, last time these Raiders played the Profs came out on top with that 76-71 lead. Definitely a very close lead in that one, or excuse me, close win in that one, as the Scarlet Raiders are definitely struggling so far this season. They currently sit at a 13-10 overall record, but more importantly, they're 6-10 in the NJAC. So Gary, you know, looking at that, how do you look to turn this team around?
You don't have much time left in the season, maybe a week or 2 left in the regular season, so you definitely want to end with big wins in maybe 2 or 3 games left that you have. So you need to win here if you're Rutgers-Newark, but also for the Profs, 11-5, second in the NJAC, they need these wins too. You're going up against tough teams, so you got to find a way to get these big wins against top-tier teams if you want to make a run in the postseason.
Agreed, Gary. You definitely need to look to make sure your team is all in order if you want to make a big run for the playoffs. Profs currently sitting at 17-5 overall. Definitely have come out this season in explosive form, especially with shooters like Nick DePersia and his even more deadly brother, Rob DePersia. Nick DePersia currently sits 9th overall in points scored for Rowan University and looks to continue that trend in this season. And the action's back underway now. Matt Green with the ball for the Profs. He sees the open lane. He's dribbling. Not going to get the foul call. Austin Kearney, he's triple teamed out here. Swings it to Duran out at the top of the key. And Duran Curry's going to slow things down. Barney's trying to put the clamps on him. He'll get some space, however. Duran swings it to Matt Green. And they're going to call another charge on Towns against Duran Curry. And the Scarlet Raiders are getting that ball back.
Scarlet Raiders is doing a really good job of forcing turnovers inside, not letting the Profs get anything going inside in the past few minutes with a couple of charge calls and a couple of just tough shots getting thrown up, and good work there by the Scarlet Raiders.
And staff being extra clean for the game tonight again with that current injury to Rob DePersia when he got hit in the head a little bit too hard by Mike Vick, but everything's all good now as Mike Vick will inbound the ball for the Scarlet Raiders. Vick's pass over to Barney's. Barney's back to Vick. Vick, Ramon Wright, one-on-one, trying to get over half court, and he does. Mike Vick trying to create some space. He'll give it back to Barney's in the corner, who gives it over to Towns. Towns picks up his dribble, can't move. He'll swing it back to Barney's. Barney's, nothing doing for the Scarlet Raiders. 10 seconds again, winding down the shot clock. Offray with the ball now for the Scarlet Raiders. He'll give it back to Vick at the top of the key. Vick's going to look to get in the paint, and he's going to draw the foul. That one going to be on Tariq Robinson of the Profs.
A great move there to put up the shot in general. Just great acrobatic move there, and then getting fouled in the process. Just a tough trip driving there, but luckily he's going to get rewarded with 2 free throws here.
And Mike Vick's first shot is up and no good. This is his first time at the line today. Second time for the teams overall. We're going to get a quick referee timeout because Tyler Offrey's got to tie his shoe. Definitely want to make sure that your shoes are tied, especially on a basketball court. You don't want any more significant injuries to the foot. And he looks to be all good, so we're going to get the action back underway.
A basketball court, definitely top 5 places you want your shoes to be tied. Don't want to be tripping or anything like that.
Mike Vick, second shot's up and good, making 1 for 2 on the day as Duran Curry gets that inbounds pass from Ramon Wright, and he's going to bring up the ball now for the Profs. Duran Curry over to Matt Green, over to Wright. Wright gets at the top of the key, swings it over to Green. Green tried to pull up 3, no good, so swing it to Tariq Robinson in the paint. And Tariq Robinson tries to get around that defender to swing it out. gives it to Rowan Wright, and that's going to get called as a turnover.
Just a great job defensively by the Scarlet Raiders in these past few possessions, not letting the Profs get anything going. The Profs tried driving inside there with Tariq Robinson, and he gets called for, he gets a turnover there. Just a tough outing for the Profs in these past few possessions, and great work by the Scarlet Raiders defensively.
And Rutherford back in the game for the Scarlet Raiders now. He's going to look to find some way to get in the paint. That ball lost off Tariq Robinson's leg, but Rutherford's getting that one right back. He's going to get in the paint, holds it up high, tries to fall for the foul, rebounded by Pantovic. And they're going to call a foul on Xavier Towns against Marco Pantovic, and the Profs are getting that ball back. And checking back in for the Profs is Nick DePerge, as Matt Green's going to take a seat on the bench. Nick inbounds to Duran. Duran's just going to take his time. 5 minutes left to go in this half. Profs still up 24-19. Again, listening to Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. Rowan Wright tries to force the pass to Tariq Robinson in the paint. No good, as Rutherford's going to deny that and gain the ball back for the Profs. Pass over to Mike Vick. Vick back over to Offray now. Offray just trying to get something going for his team right now. Can't get in the paint as the Profs are on lockdown, and he's going to hand it off to Barnes. Barnes' floater hits the rim of the net, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Barnes, fighting for that ball, and he spins against the layup to fall for two. And the Scarlet Raiders are within striking distance of the Profs' lead.
Great hustle there by Barney, staying with the shot, getting the rebound, and putting up the shot to get this game within 3.
Deron Curry passes over to Rowan Wright. Rowan Wright, step back 3, no good, rebounded by Rutherford. And Tyler Offray bringing that ball up again for his team. He'll swing it over to Barnes. Barnes trapped by the Persian, Rowan Wright, but he's going to break it. He's going to get in the paint, swings it out to Offray on the 3. Offray for 3, bounces off the rim, and Nick DePerge is going to fight and rebound that one. Nick DePerge going coast to coast, tries to get in the paint, gets a bunny hopped by Mike Vick, and the referee is going to call a foul, obviously, on Mike Vick for trying to essentially bunny hop over him. He thought Nick was going up for the layup, but he stopped, and the Profs are going to keep the possession here.
Another interesting foul call there. Not one that I've seen very often, with a player trying to go over another on his back, you know, what they call it, like a chicken fight.
I think it was like chicken fight or like leapfrog. So I mean,
leapfrog.
It's definitely new to basketball. I've never seen that.
It's an interesting strategy.
Maybe it's like that new double team kind of thing these teams are trying. I'm not sure.
A combined height of like 10'9" or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's under 11 foot. It's pretty tall. And Nick DePerge trying to inbound this ball now for the Profs as the action's back underway. He'll give it to Dickerson. Dickerson sees the open lane. He takes it. He'll pass it out to Nick. Nick looks to take a 3, but he's going to stop in the middle of it. He'll give it to Rob. Now Rob swings it over to Ramon. Ramon loses it, and Tyler Offray is going to swing in there for the rebound.
Just nothing going on inside that paint. The Profs trying to work inside, but just no passes getting through there. Great work by Rutgers-Newark.
And Rutherford swings it over to Towns. Towns in the paint now. He waits to draw Nick on the bounce, and he gets it to fall for 2. Profs 24-23 as Coach Joe Crispin calls a timeout for the Profs. That's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick step off. Again, you're listening to Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. Lead has dwindled to within 1 point of the Scarlet Raiders, taking this lead here at SB Gym. So Gary, what do you tell the Profs if you're Coach Joe Crispin?
The Profs gotta start trying to get some separation inside. They're trying to get inside, and there's 3 Scarlet Raider defenders right there. Nothing going on inside, and that's a big part of how they space the floor, how they get shots outside to work, because they go inside a bunch of times, and then the outside shot becomes there, and they can't develop an outside shot with so many lost opportunities inside.
And Rob the Persian now gives it to his brother Nick. Nick gives it over to Duran. Duran swings it back to Rob. Rob goes baseline, but he's going to swing it to Dickerson. Dickerson for 3. No good. Rebounded by Rutherford. Stripped by Dickerson as he sneaks out from behind him. Passes it to Duran for 3, and he gets it to fall.
A great sequence set up by Connor Dickerson, hustling to the ball after he misses his 3-pointer, getting a big steal, and then passing out to Duran Curry, who hits a big 3 there to extend this lead to 4.
And Rutherford gives it back to Mike Vick. Rutherford was trying to get in the paint but couldn't find anything as Vick swings it over to Towns, who gives it back to Vick. Vick gives it inside to Honus. Honus trying to draw the foul, and he does, as Ramon Wright was straight up and down. But the referees are not going to give him that one, as Honus is going to the line for his first time today.
Good work there by Honus inside, getting separation, getting a little bit of space, and getting the inside position on Ramon Wright, and then taking a little bit of contact and putting up the shot and getting fouled in the process.
And BJ Honus taking his time on this one. His first shot's up, rim and out. BJ Honus is going to look to see the lid on that one. 0 for 1 so far. He's going to look to just add a point to be within 3 points of tying Rowan, or potentially taking the lead with 4 points for the Scarlet Raiders. Honus' second shot's up, and it's good. Ramon right now inbounds it to Rob DePersia. Rob DePersia just trying to stay on his feet. Very light on his feet. Rob DePersia is a great ball player indeed. He's going to give it over to Connor Dickerson. Dickerson gets in the paint, but he picks it up. He throws it to Duran Curry. Duran Curry now looking to get in the paint. Nothing doing. He'll give it over to Rob. Rob back to Duran. Duran, deep 3, and it's good again.
Duran Curry just hitting these deep NBA range 3s. Just a fantastic outing here by Duran Curry.
And Barney's going to look to go up against that wall, a.k.a. Nick DePersia, and he's going to call a quick timeout for the Scarlet Raiders, as both of them seem to be struggling right now. As they fall, they're going to take a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep things right here. Gary, the Profs, they were up by 1 point coming out of that timeout, and now they're up by 6. What do you continue doing if you're these Rowan University Profs?
Well, like we just saw right there, the 3 ball's been hitting, especially when it's Duran Curry taking the shot. Looks like he can make it from anywhere on the court, doing a great job in this one. And I say trying to get these 3 balls to hit, that's such a huge part of this Profs.
Of this ball. And inbounding for the Scarlet Raiders, we got Chase Barnes over there. Barnes definitely putting the moves on in this game. Definitely a very swift player from what we've seen today, as he's looking to inbound the ball over to Xavier Towns. Xavier Towns nearly lost it. He'll gain control, picks up his dribble, and ends it off to Rutherford. He gives it back to Towns. Towns stuck on by Connor Dickerson. Dickerson didn't allow any space that time. Dickerson's going to pick up Rutherford now. Rutherford, a very tall individual indeed. He's out by the 3. Now in the paint. He's going to take that drive in, gets it up at the left, over the rim, and Ramon Wright gets the ball back.
Great work on the defensive end by Connor Dickerson. Even though he's outsized there in height, doing a great job staying with his man and getting a little bit of pressure on that shot.
And Rob DePersia, nothing going. We'll give it to Dickerson. Dickerson throws it up in the paint as he tries to draw the foul. Nothing going. However, the referees are going to turn a blind eye to that one, and Rutherford's going to be in possession now for the Scarlet Knights. Mike Vick with the ball now, stuck on again by Connor Dickerson. Dickerson does not allow any space when he plays that tight man coverage, and he's doing a great job so far of that today. Matt Barney's trying to get in, nothing doing. He gives it to Vick. Vick looks to give it to Towns. Towns swings it up and under, and with that, the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders are within 4 points now of tying Rowan. 40 seconds left to go. Nick DePersia decides to pull up three. No good though. Xavier Towns going to rebound that. And the Scarlet Raiders, 30 seconds left and almost 30 seconds left on the shot clock. So they might look to just try and get that very last shot before the end of the first half. And they're going to call, I believe, a foul on the Scarlet Raiders. And the Profs getting that ball right back. Shot clock unplugged as we're under 30 seconds to go in this half.
Great job there on the press defense by Rob DePersia, forcing the violation there and giving the ball back to the Profs with the shot clock unplugged.
Then Barney's push Deron Curry way back there behind the half court as Deron Curry's now stepping over half court. 15 seconds to go. He's just toying with Barney's on this one, looking to get the last shot. 8 seconds left. Deron Curry, 5 seconds, gets in the paint, tips it, loses it. Mike Vick with the ball now. He'll give it to Barney's. Barney's tries to save it, and that shot is no good. And that's going to do it for the half for the Profs and Scarlet Raiders. Profs ahead 30-26. Gary, what have you liked so far from both teams in this half?
The Raiders, they came back in the middle of that first half of basketball. Good work there and playing good defense for most of the first half. Great job by the Raiders doing that. But on the offensive side for the Profs, doing a great job hitting these three balls, especially with Deron Curry, who's hitting them from anywhere on the court. Just doing a great job with the three ball. And then defensively forcing a lot of turnovers, doing a great job with that. Both teams late in that first half doing a great job coming back and playing their brands of basketball respectively.
And taking a look at the stats from last game, first half from the last game compared to now, almost similar stats. The Profs had 28 points and the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders had 33 points. And again this half, Rowan out on top though with 30 points, the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders with 26. Gary, if you're the Scarlet Raiders, if you're the head coach, if you're Coach Joe Lawford, what do you tell your Scarlet Raiders to get back in the game?
Well, we got to start locking down the Profs from three-point. That's how they've extended this lead, at least in the past couple minutes. And then you also got to tell them that we got to start hitting our shots as well. For the most part, for Rutgers-Newark, their shots have been inside and doing a great job with that in their own right, but the Profs just outscoring them mainly due to the three ball.
Exactly, definitely look to get those shots to fall within the paint. We're going to take a step off. 15 minutes, we'll be right back. Anthony Donalfi beside me, Gary Early. You're listening to Prof Sports on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Dan Gilmore, Director of Athletics at Rowan University. The primary goal of our department is to develop you, the student athlete, in all aspects of life. Rowan Athletics is committed to your success on the field, in the classroom, and as citizens of high moral character and service. Our mission defines the commitment. We exist to purposely foster a selfless environment that cultivates community, embraces learning, and enhances excellence in sport and life. I am a Prof.
We are dedicated to the pursuit of excellence
and committed to helping others achieve their fullest potential.
As scholars, athletes, leaders, and members of society,
our department and the members within
are devoted to enhancing opportunities for success and competitive greatness.
I am a Prof.
We are committed to developing a spirit of unity and belonging in the athletic department for those we serve.
We encourage diversity and inclusion
and create identity by bringing together members of our campus, alumni, and local communities through athletics and service.
I am a Prof.
We hold ourselves to the highest standards of integrity.
through actions of respect, honesty, and fair play.
We strive to behave ethically towards others
and convey expectations of high moral character.
We are committed to each other and respect the differences in others.
Our individual successes strengthen the whole,
and we support one another in our endeavors as we each share a common goal.
I am a Prof.
Education is the forefront of our existence.
We develop a culture where lifelong learning is a priority.
We support each other and our student athletes in the quest for self-improvement and academic success.
To uphold the mission, Rowan Athletics Department will use its core values as guidance in actions both on and off the field.
Sports can teach you a lot about more than just sports. It teaches you about work ethic, responsibility. That can give you good life skills. That's really important to have.
It really helps females, develop into young women and to have the confidence and abilities and strengths to navigate when they move on to the next phase of their life in their professional life.
I think females in sports is super important. I think a lot of people associate sports with males, and I think females representing their sport, their team, and being passionate about something is something super important that we need in today's society.
I think that females in sports really emphasizes the fact that we can do anything. It really diminishes the connotation that females are weak or timid, and it just gives us the opportunity to flaunt what people may think that we aren't.
It's taught me to believe in myself no matter what, because I've always had a team to carry me through, and it's taught me that I could do anything that I put my mind to.
It taught me confidence. I think it taught me communication skills and a lot of other life lessons that I don't think you can learn off the court.
Being an athlete has taught me the importance of hard work and that hard work pays off. I've learned that through instances where I have seen what hard work can do, and then also in times when I've kicked myself or times when I haven't been working hard.
Being an athlete has taught me how to be confident in myself. It's helped me identify my weaknesses and really just try to overcome them.
I think being an athlete has taught me to have a voice. I think in my sport like volleyball, I've been able to have a voice, develop a passion for something that I love, and being able to have a sense of confidence in something that I do.
I think it's important that females have higher roles to basically pave a way and be a role model for those who are interested and those who maybe don't have the confidence in themselves. And I think that the higher role just creates that platform to give girls the confidence.
It's important to be able to look to someone who's been in your shoes and knows what you feel, and it's not just, it's harder to relate to men sometimes, especially in roles of leadership. So having a coach that's a female, it's much easier to relate to them.
It is important that our females have strong female role models in whatever capacity, whether they're holding a president of a college, or they're holding a state senator, or they're a superintendent in a school, or CEO, or CFO.
I think it's important because we need women leadership and women to represent different role models and be that person that people look up to. I think that's why we need women in big leadership positions.
Always carry a fire with you, and just know even if it's hard and you can't do it at first, with time and practice you'll get it.
To trust in yourself, to trust in the process, to put in the time, put in the dedication, and to just go out there and have fun with it.
Don't let one bad experience make you forget that you love the sport that you've been playing or that you've grown to love. Don't let other people bring you down, and if it's something that you really care about, keep going after it.
Enjoy the journey, don't worry about the end result. It will be there when you need it to be there, but make connections along the way, learn from each other.
It's important to be involved. It's important to put yourself out there, not just as a woman, but like I said, as a competitor.
My biggest message to female athletes would be don't let anyone tell you that you're not good enough or that you can't do something, and make sure that you always prove them wrong.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things
ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing, and forever grateful that being at a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out into community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
At Rowan University, we are committed to a healthy, safe, and supportive community.
It's on us to create an environment where everyone feels and is safe.
To create an environment in which sexual assault is unacceptable.
Sexual violence is more than just a crime against individuals.
It threatens our families. It threatens our communities.
It's on us to do something about it.
To hold our friends accountable for their actions.
To stop being a bystander to the problem of sexual assault.
When we see something wrong, we should not look the other way.
1 in 4 women,
1 in 16 men,
will experience some form of sexual assault during their college career.
It's on us to look out for one another.
To recognize that sex isn't sex unless you have consent.
To get a friend home, safe.
Less than 5% of rapes are reported to law enforcement.
It's on us to support survivors of sexual violence.
And to never blame them.
To start the conversations that are difficult.
To take reports of sexual assault seriously. It's on us to promote a culture of respect.
To treat women with respect.
To treat men with respect.
It's on us, all of us, to stop sexual assault.
Hello, I'm Dan Gilmore, Director of Athletics at Rowan University. The primary goal of our department is to develop you, the student athlete, in all aspects of life. Rowan Athletics is committed to your success on the field, in the classroom, and as citizens of high moral character and service. Our mission defines the commitment. We exist to purposely foster a selfless environment that cultivates community, embraces learning, and enhances excellence in sport and life. I am a prof.
We are dedicated to the pursuit of excellence.
And committed to helping others achieve their fullest potential.
As scholars, athletes, leaders, and members of society.
Our department and the members within
are devoted to enhancing opportunities for success and competitive greatness.
I am a prof.
We are committed to developing a spirit of unity and belonging in the athletic department for those we serve.
We encourage diversity and inclusion.
And create identity by bringing together members of our campus, alumni, and local communities through athletics and service.
I am a prof.
We hold ourselves to the highest standards of integrity.
Through actions of respect, honesty, and fair play.
We strive to behave ethically towards others.
And convey expectations of high moral character.
We are committed to each other and respect the differences in others.
Our individual successes strengthen the whole.
And we support one another in our endeavors as we each share a common goal.
I am a prof.
Education is the forefront of our existence.
We develop a culture where lifelong learning is a priority.
We support each other and our student athletes in the quest for self-improvement and academic success.
To uphold the mission, Rowan Athletics Department will use its core values as guidance in actions both on and off the field.
That's fine. Props are up 30-26 coming into this next half. Both teams kind of struggling. Turnovers, not a big fan for either team. Gary, what did you like most about the Props in the first half?
The Props, I really like their defensive effort, especially the start. They're forcing a lot of turnovers, making it tough for these Scarlet Raiders to do anything. Slow down a little bit in the middle of that first half, but rejuvenating themselves and getting back to that great high pace style of defense later in that first half. And then offensively doing a great job from beyond the arc. Deron Curry doing almost everything with huge shots, 3 for 4 from 3, just doing a great job with that 9 points for the Props. Beyond the arc has been almost automatic for Deron Curry in this one.
I mean, you take a look at their points, their attempts in the paint. They've got 15 attempts, or excuse me, the 3-point attempts. The Props had 15 attempts. They were 5 for 15. And the Scarlet Raiders, only 7 attempts and 2 made on those attempts. So with that being said, we're going to look to see if the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders can look to turn their luck around and come out with this W against the Rowan University Props.
And the 3-ball for the Props just definitely killing the Scarlet Raiders in this one, because the Props are just so effective at hitting that 3-ball, and it's extended this lead to right now a 4-point lead. Scarlet Raiders still in this one, but if the Props keep it going with the 3-ball, it's going to be tough to stop.
And Tyler Offrey with the ball now. Nick DePersia playing some really good defense as Offrey hands it over to Rutherford. Rutherford top of the key. He'll give it to Ralph. Ralph back to Offrey. Offrey fakes the 3. He's going to try and get in the paint. Nothing. So he'll swing it far over to Rutherford. Rutherford for 3 off the rim and up. And he's going to be rebounded by Barnes as Deron Curry tips that ball. The referees are going to get him for the foul. Barnes is going to the line for 2.
Great job rebounding there by Barnes. Coming down with the rebound there and then putting up the shot and getting fouled in the process.
And Barnes, first time at the line today, he'll look to see if he can put 2 free points on the board for his team and be down by 2. Still down by 4 here, beginning of this half. As Barney's first shot's up, and it's good. Make them 1 for 1 so far. Barney's lining up his next shot. He'll take a few dribbles, and we'll see what he can do here. Second shot is up, and it's good. The noise from the crowd didn't affect him one bit. Props get the ball right back as Rob DePersia is going to ball handle now. Rob DePersia drives in the paint, kisses it off the glass, and it's good for 2.
The Energizer Bunny, they call him the spark plug for this Props team, just driving in. Not the biggest guy in the world, but driving into the paint and getting a little bit of contact, putting up the shot for 2.
And Ralph with the ball now for the Scarlet Raiders, tipped by Deron Curry, now over to Offrey. Offrey can't get in the paint. He's just going to be held to the rim on the 3 as he gives it to Mike Vick. He gives it back to Offrey. Offrey, little elbow jumper, will fake the pass to Vick in the paint, backdoor it, and Vick gets the points. Props only up by 2 now with the Scarlet Raiders looking to take that lead or tie the Props. Rob DePersia handing it off to Deron Curry now. Deron Curry, he's going to spin, get in the paint. Little backdoor pass to Robinson off the glass. Robinson rebounds it, though. Give it to Nick for three off the rim. And they're going to let that one go right out of bounds, and the Raiders are getting that one right back.
A good look there by Nick DePersia, but can't get that one to go. And that's what's going to happen. You take a lot of threes. Not many are going to go in all the time. So you got to keep with it because you have such talented shooters, and they've been playing so well in this one.
And Mike Vick pass inside to Ralph. Ralph bumps his way into the paint. He's got two, and just like that, we're all tied up. Still plenty of time here in the second half. 32 all as the Profs are going to look to break this tie. Deron Curry passes to Nick DePergia, gets tipped by Mike Vick, and that ball's going out of bounds. But the Profs are fortunate as they're going to remain in control of the ball.
The Raiders doing a good job defensively, forcing the Profs to make a couple bad passes, and then offensively for the Raiders just capitalizing on these defensive trips, defensive stops.
And floater by Deron Curry, no good. Onfray gives it to Ralph the other way, and Ralph in there, and for the first time today, the Scarlet Raiders have the lead, 34-32 with that bucket by Ralph. Nick DePergia hands it off to his twin brother, Nick. Gives it back to Rob. Rob tries to throw it off the glass, no good. Tyler Onfray with the rebound. He's going to give that one to Rutherford now. Quincy Rutherford with the ball, gives it back to Tyler Onfray. Onfray just taking his time, looking to set up the offense. He's going to get in the paint, nothing doing. He'll give it back to Barnes. Barnes stops right in there, gives it to Ralph. Tariq Robinson bodies him and strips Ralph of that ball as he gives it to Rob, who gives it to his brother Nick now. Nick spins his way in the paint, throws it up, tipped by Mike Vick, and they're going to call a foul on Vick, and Nick DePergia's going to the line.
Some good moves to try and get some separation inside there by Nick DePergia. A little bit of spin, a little shake and bake there, but puts up the shot, gets fouled in the process, not being able to get that one to land.
Little shake and bake. You know, Garrett, I like that. He was throwing a little shake and bake right in there. And now he's just going to shimmy his way over to the foul line, hopefully looking to put 2 points up for his team and tie the Scarlet Raiders so this game doesn't get out of hand. His first shot's up, a little bit short, hits the rim, and it's no good. We got a substitution coming in. No substitution, sorry. They are actually just switching players on the blocks. Onfray's going to go to the top right block, and Rutherford's going to step in at the bottom left now, so to guard Rob DePergia, and the Profs are leaving that other block wide open as Nick DePergia's second shot's up and good. Tyler Onfray gets the inbounds pass from Mike Vick, who swings it over to Barnes. Barnes breaks the press. Barnes drives in the lane, float over Kearney, and it's good.
The Profs got to do a better job defensively. Barnes just drove right in, didn't face any type of pressure there by the Profs till he put up the shot.
And Nick DePergia loses the ball in the paint, and Rutherford's going to get that one. He'll dish it to Onfray. Onfray loses the ball but manages to stay in bounds, and they're going to call Kearney for a block as Tyler Onfray is going to lean right into that one.
A tough series of events for the Profs to start this second half. They lost the lead in the past few minutes, only down by 3, so definitely able to come back, but still, what a momentum-changing series of events for the Scarlet Raiders.
And they're going to call a charge on Barnes against Rob DePergia. Rob DePergia already taken 1 hit, but he'll take 2 today as the Profs are going to get that ball right back, and the Raiders are just going to hand that possession to the Profs.
Rob's getting a little beat up today, but if it helps his team win, you know he's glad to take it.
Ramon Wright up and under, and it's good for 2. Still down by 1. Raiders have the leader. Good basket by Ramon Wright, getting up and under 3 defenders to make that layup fall for 2.
And Ramon Wright doing a great job in this one, and we've seen a couple of shots be acrobatic layups like that one, getting another one to fall inside. Great job to start this game by Ramon Wright.
And Rutherford gives the floater, no good. Rebounded by Ralph. Ralph loses the ball. Nick DePergia and Rob DePergia fighting. The twin duo get the ball back, and Nick DePergia streaking to the other end. He's going to look to push his luck in the paint, but they're going to call a foul on the floor on Mike Vick again for the Scarlet Raiders. His second foul in 5 minutes into this half.
A little bit of double trouble there by the DePergias. Both of them on top of that one and getting the ball back and starting the rush for the Profs.
And Dante Ralph is going to take a seat on the bench as Xavier Towns checks back in, but The coach is going to do another late possession as Mike Vick, I believe with 3 or 4 fouls, is coming out, and B.J. Honus will check back in. So Xavier Towns and B.J. Honus in, and Dante Ralph and Mike Vick out for the Scarlet Raiders. Rob DePersia inbounds it to Kearney, back by the 3. He'll give it to Deron Curry on the closer side to us on 3. Deron swings baseline to Nick, far 3. Nick for 3, and he drains it. And just like that, the Profs are back out to the lead, 38-36 here at SB Gym.
The Profs so good at shooting that 3 ball and hitting that one right there. Nick DePersia, one of their best shooters, and getting the lead back in this one.
And Quincy Rutherford, nothing doing. He's going to be guarded by Nick, and he's going to spin and roll it off his fingers for 2. Knot it up, 38 all here at SB Jordansby Gym. Deron Curry, deep 3, is going to test his luck, and it falls.
And like I said before, the 3 ball is so effective for the Profs. And right there, Deron Curry, who's been on fire tonight from deep, hitting another one. Great job in the last couple of possessions by the Profs.
And Deron Curry, 4 for 6 today from the 3-point line. As Quincy Rutherford tries to get in the paint, but they're going to say he did a double dribble, and the Profs, again, another possession being handed to them kindly by the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders.
And like you said, 4 for 6 from 3 by Deron Curry. All those shots, for the most part, have been deep 3s, NBA range 3s. Great job shooting the ball is Deron Curry.
Austin Kearney now with the ball. Swings out to Nick. Nick loses the ball, unfortunately, and the Profs are going to give that position away yet again. And thought the referee was going to give Nick DePersia a tech on that bounce there because he did aggressively knock that ball out of bounds. But nonetheless, Scarlet Raiders with the ball now as Honus inbounds it to Barnes. Now Barnes closely guarded by DePersia and Deron Curry, but he's going to drop the pass over to Honus. Honus pushes in the lane, backdoor to Towns. Towns up and under, tipped by Ramon Wright, and Kearney and Honus will fight for that ball, and Profs coming away with the win on that one.
And we saw at the start of this second half, the Profs losing the lead for a minute there. Scarlet Raiders doing a great job offensively in those few possessions, but it just seems the last 2 minutes or so, the momentum has drastically changed, and the Profs just taking advantage of it.
And Rob DePersia dips it over to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright loves the up and under as he gets it to fall for 2.
A great job there by Rob DePersia, setting things up, driving inside, and then just handing it off underneath the basket and letting Ramon Wright get a big up and under layup right there.
And we're going to get a quick timeout called by Coach Joe Loughran over there. And we're just going to wait on what kind of timeout he's calling. And I believe it will be a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick step here off on Rowan Radio, 89.7 WGLS FM. Stay tuned. Incredible momentum push by both teams here, but the Profs out to the lead. What do you think helped ignite that momentum?
Well, for the Scarlet Raiders early in this second half, it was coming out of the half, just doing a great job, coming out, fighting strong, but it just seems like a timeout or some type of turnover or something clicked for the Profs, gave them a chance offensively, but I think the real fire starter was that huge 3 by Nick DePersia to retake the lead.
And Offray with the ball now. Can't get in the paint for the Profs, but he'll give it to Honus. Honus loses it now. And Ramon Wright with the rebound on that. Gets tipped, but Rob DePersia is able to pick him up. Deron Curry for 3. No good from deep in the corner. Quincy Rutherford with the rebound now, so he'll give it over to Towns.
Yeah, I don't think that three was quite deep enough for Deron Curry. He needs real long shots to really hit them.
And we've got coming back into the game, Jameer Peterson for the Scarlet Raiders. Look to get his look now as Barney's got the ball. He'll dish it to Rutherford. Rutherford backdoor over to Patterson. Patterson's gonna draw the foul, get the basket, and he's going to the line for another point.
Good hustle there by Rob DePersia to try and get some type of pressure on him inside, but just a little too late on that one. Gets called for the foul there.
And Patterson again got that basket to fall for two, and he's going to look to add one more point here to make it an even 2 points. They'll be down by the crowd with the noise. Doesn't affect him, however. He'll get the 3 points on that as Rob DePersia is going to hold the ball now for the Profs. He's going up the other end of the court. He'll give it to Deron Curry now. Deron Curry swings it over to Rob. Rob can't get anything doing in the paint. He'll give it back to Deron. Deron pushing his luck. Swings it to Ramon. Ramon to Rob in the corner. Rob goes baseline, swings it up and under. Can't get it to fall, though, as Alfred's going to rebound that. He's streaking down the court. He'll look to try and get that foul. Missed the shot, rebounds it, and they're going to call a foul on Austin Kearney, who was straight up and down on Tyler Alfred, and now Alfred's going to the line for 2.
A tough call out there. Maybe a little bit of contact, but you can't get stuck going up and down. You're going to get called for it every time.
And Alfred looking to add 2 free points on the board to tie it up with the Profs. First shot's up and good. One more point and we'll be dead even yet again. Connor Dickerson checking in, not checking in for the Profs, just making yet another change on the block now. And they're going to throw Barnes and Rutherford back there on defense. Just make sure that this game doesn't get out of hand. Alfred's second shot's up and good. Knotted up 43-all. Ramon Wright inbounds the ball to Deron Curry now. And Nick DePersia now with the ball for the Profs. He'll give it to Ramon. Ramon loses it, but he gains control. Gives it to Austin Kearney. Harrison Kearney throws it to Nick. Nick guarded by Alfred. Gets the screen. No space, however. Nick trying to create something. He'll go to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright gets trapped, and they're going to call a hold on the Scarlet Raiders as Ramon Wright went up for the shot, and the Profs getting that ball under the basket now, and they're going to keep their possession.
Great work by the Scarlet Raiders before the foul, pressuring on every single one of those pass attempts, not giving the Profs a chance to go inside, and that's what they were trying to do that entire possession.
And that ball is up by Kearney. It's an air ball, however, and the Scarlet Raiders are going to get that one right back. Alfred now bringing the ball up for the Raiders. Gives it to Quincy Rutherford. Quincy back to Alfred. Alfred just trying to get his offense to move the way he wants and try to get more points and take the lead yet again. Alfred takes the 3. He's going to step back. Falls a little short over. Looking to rebound. Alfred gets his rebound, though. Good job following your shot. And they're going to reset that shot clock now. Full 30 left. 12 minutes left in the second. Alfred's going to dish it over to Barnes. Barnes hands it back to Alfred. Alfred double teamed by Ramon and Nick. Now just Nick. Alfred's pass to Barnes. Barnes short again. And Connor Dickerson's coming down with that one. Almost got a foul by Jameer Patterson, but no foul called. He'll swing it to Deron Curry. Deron Curry gets the ball up. Doesn't get it to foul, but he's going to have a chance to go for 2 and help his Profs regain the lead.
An acrobatic shot there by Deron Curry. Not getting it to land, but a nifty movement up in the air. A little bit of, I don't even know how to explain it, a little anti-gravity type thing that just happened there, but way to put up the shot and get fouled in the process.
And Deron Curry gets that one to fall for the Profs. Now again back out to the lead. Coming in for the Profs now, some substitutions. We got Deontay Bott checking in for Ramon Wright, and Matt Green coming back in for Austin Kearney. So Kearney and Wright will take a seat on the bench as the second shot's up and good. Profs 2-point lead. Still plenty of time left to go in the second half. Barney's now in transition over to Otis. Otis to Rutherford. Rutherford gets it up, and just like that, we're knotted up again. 45-all. Deron Curry now gives it to Nick DePersia. Nick DePersia heaves it to Matt Green. Matt Green goes for the 3. No good as Barney's there to rebound the ball. He's going to slow it up over, give it to Rutherford, who gives it back to Barney's. Scarlet Raiders definitely doing a better job than they did last half of keeping up with these Rowan University props. They do love to run that man defense, but the Scarlet Raiders just keep the seam on breaking that defense. As I say that, Connor Dickerson gets called on a late reach. The referees did not miss that one. And they're going to draw the foul, and the Scarlet Raiders keep the ball.
And the Props faithful not too happy about that call there. Looked like he got mostly ball on that reach, but still getting called for it and giving Rutgers-Newark another chance.
And inbounds from Barney's over to Alfrey. Connor Dickerson staying very close to Alfrey. Alfrey not moving, just killing time off of the shot clock. He's got 10 seconds, now down to 8. Alfrey gives it to Honus. Honus loses it, but Alfrey gets it back. 5 seconds, ticking down to 2 now. Alfrey taking the shot up, and no good, and the shot clock violation will be in play, and the Props will get that one right back.
Good work there by Connor Dickerson, getting called for the foul early in that possession, but then coming back, staying on his man, forcing him to the corner and take a bad shot, and a shot he definitely didn't want to take, a contested 3 in the corner.
Exactly, definitely making up for that foul that Connor Dickerson drew, and he's going to get that ball out of play as the Props get the ball now. Nick DePersia holding on to it for them. He's going to get double teamed. He'll give it to Duran. Duran gives it to Deontay Ba. Deontay Ba swings it to Nick. Nick, pull up 3, and it hits the rim and is just short as Tyler Alfrey is going to be there for the rebound. Tyler Alfrey over to Barney's. Barney's over to Quincy Rutherford. Quincy tests his luck in the paint with the left off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Honus. No good, and Connor Dickerson's coming out of that pile with the rebound. Connor Dickerson now up and under, and it's good. Props take the lead, 47-45. 10 minutes left to play in this second half.
Dickerson going coast to coast there, getting the rebound, getting a little bit of contact on that rebound, and then going into the other end, putting up the shot with even more contact.
Rutherford pass back to Alfrey. Alfrey gives it another one back to Rutherford, back to Alfrey. These two players just seem to enjoy sharing the ball with each other. Alfrey, long pass over to Honus. The 3 is no good. Honus gets the shot right back. The crowd's telling him to shoot it again, but Honus will just pass it to Alfrey.
And that's something the Profs have been having trouble with, is rebounding. A lot of offensive rebounds for Rutgers-Newark in these past few possessions.
And Matt Green and Quincy Rutherford get caught up on a very slick oil spill in the middle of the court. So it looks to see, Profs are going to get some staff members out there to mop up that puddle. Both players over are all right, but unfortunately Rutgers Scarlet Raiders going to remain in control of this one. Tyler Alfrey under the basket, going to inbound it for his Rutgers Scarlet Raiders. He'll give it to Honus. Honus over to Barney's. Barney's can't get in the paint. He's going to be tested by Green. Step back 2. Barney's no good. Deontay Ba trying to get the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on Jameer Patterson for that one. Good job by Ba attracting that foul, and he's going to get it. And as I say that, substitutions again for the Scarlet Raiders. Vic coming in, and Chase Barney's hopping out for Rutgers.
Like I said before, rebounding seems to be a problem for the Profs. Rutgers-Newark doing a great job getting these offensive rebounds, but you put a player like Deontay Ba inside, that's a quick and easy fix to the rebounding problem.
And Connor Dickerson gives it over to Rob, who gives it to his brother Nick. Nick gets double teamed, but he's going to escape it. Rob drives the paint, one-handed, gets it up, and he gets the basket to fall for 2. Rob DePersia's going the line to make it 3.
And Rob DePersia rocking his arms, saying, they got a baby on me. Doing a great job of just going up with it, eating contact in the process. The Energizer Bunny, as I like to call him, for this Props team.
And Rob DePersia shots up, and it's no good. Can't get the 3rd point, but he's going to get the incredible layup to fall for 2. Props out to a 49-45 lead here. Still 8.5 minutes left to play at SB Gym. Alfrey with the ball now for the Raiders. He'll look to give a close pass to Rutherford, contested by Green. And Coach Joe Lawford over there looking to get a foul. Nothing called though. Alfred dishes into Vic. Vic up and over off the glass, tipped, and then tipped again as Patterson tries to rebound and puts it back. Connor Dickerson streaking down the court. Give to Rob, give to Nick for 3. Pull up 3, no good. B.J. Honus on the rebound for the Scarlet Raiders. He'll dish it to Rutherford. Rutherford was going to test his luck in the paint, but he'll decide against that. Tries to give it over there to Jameer Patterson, but he steps in front of it and loses sight of the ball now. Props are going to get this one as Deontay Bosch checking out again, and Ryan Legler is going to come back in for the Rowan University Props.
A fast-paced couple of minutes going by pretty quickly, and right there finally getting a little bit of a stoppage there with the turnover by Rutgers-Newark. Props applying pressure on all sides of the ball, doing a great job of keeping this pace up exactly how they want it.
And Rob DePersia now ball handling for the Props at the top of the key. He'll give it to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright loses the ball, but it's going to be on a foul by, I believe, Mike Vick. No, that foul is going to be called on Quincy Rutherford. And Ramon Wright's going to the line for two. His first time today in this game, but Ramon Wright going back against Rutgers Camden last year. When I was broadcasting that game, he went 15 for 15 from the free throw line, and he's definitely one of the shooters you want to keep away from the line as Ralph comes out for the Raiders and Towns checks on back in.
Like you said, definitely a very good shooter from the line, and you want to keep him off it, but he's so good at driving inside, eating a little bit of contact, and getting fouled in the process.
And his first shot is up and good. Props out to a 5-point lead here on top of the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders. Connor Dickerson having a little conference with the referees, trying to get something worked out. Not so sure what, as Ramon Wright's second shot's up and no good. Looked to be good. It went rim and out, and that one's going to be rebounded by Mike Vick. And all free. Next to Vick, he'll give it back to him. Vick going to get trapped by Dickerson. Dickerson lays off, but Vick's going to pass it over to Barnes. Barnes gives it to Towns. Towns going to get in the paint. Can't find anything. He'll give it back to Offray. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Dickerson gets the reach. No foul, though, because it was clean. And they're going to get a push by Offray. And just like that, Connor Dickerson gets up, screams at the crowd, and draws the charge.
Dickerson, such a great defender, and showing it off in this one right there. We saw him poke the ball away and then stay with his man, not give him any chance to breathe, and then getting the charge in the process. Great job by Connor Dickerson on that possession.
And Rob DePersia now gives it over to Connor. Connor now, the fiery freshman. Connor Dickerson, what an incredible player. They're going to call a block on Barnes as Connor was getting a little handsy there. And Coach Joe Lofgren not having any of that. Neither is Chase Barnes. And Connor Dickerson's going to go to the line for two now, folks.
A little bit of a spotlight in these past few possessions shining down on Connor Dickerson. Almost all play has gone through him in some way, shape, or form right there with the block on him, the charge foul prior, the poke. Just doing a great job these past few possessions.
And his first shot's up and just short. You know, Gary, I would agree with you, but I can't say I'm surprised. You know, MVP of the La Scala's firing tournament at the very beginning of this season, he has definitely proven his worth here so far in the season and has given a reason why he should be getting more playing time as that second shot's up and good. Props, 6-point lead now, 7 minutes left to go in this half. And referees are telling the staff members, can you please reset that shot clock so that we can continue with our game? And they'll cooperate. And I believe Coach Joe Chrisman's going to make a substitution now. Deron Curry coming back in. Matt Green going to take another seat on the bench for the Props. He has had a tremendous game so far, defensively as well as offensively. As we're back underway now, Barnes inbounds to Offray. Offray gets over half court now as Connor Dickerson is very close to him. He'll end the ball off to Rutherford. Rutherford can't get in the paint, gets stripped, and the refs won't call anything on that one. Deron Curry now with the ball, gives it to Rob, gives it to Ramon, excuse me, and they're gonna call an offensive charge on Ramon Wright as he went to pass the ball, and Offray stopped in his tracks. And just like that, no more momentum stopped by a foul like that.
The Props not getting a lucky call there, maybe a little bit of a retribution call for Rutgers-Newark, because on the offensive side for Rutgers-Newark, the little bit of a extracurricular activity going on that steal, maybe a little bit of a comeback call there.
And then we're going to mop up yet another pool of sweat on the court right down by the block on the defensive side for the Scarlet Raiders. And just like that, Mike Vick is going to inbound the ball for Rutgers. Profs stepping up their D. They're playing man coverage now. They don't want anything getting through with their defensive lines. They're going to trap Barnes, but he's going to get the pass off to Offrey. Nobody was on Offrey. He was wide open. And now he's going to remain in control of the ball for the Scarlet Raiders. Offrey gives the pass to Towns. Towns doesn't want it, so he gives it back to Offrey. Offrey swings it to Quincy. Quincy, Rutherford in the paint. Nothing doing, tries to spin, gets it to fall for two.
A great move there by Quincy Rutherford, trying to find something in double coverage and then just sliding through the two defenders and putting up the shot and hitting that one there.
Rob the Persian now, bounce pass to Rahman. Rahman trapped, he'll swing it to Ryan Legler. Legler to Dickerson. Dickerson out by the three now. Dickerson gets the hit, but he's going to give it to Rahman, who gives it to Legler. Legler for three, short. And Offrey's going to be there to rebound for Rutgers. Tyler Offrey bringing the ball up very slowly for the Scarlet Raiders. Not down by too much here. He'll end off to Vic. Vic, Barney's thinking about the deep three, but he's going to get in the paint. Nobody there. And Ramon Wright pops up at the last second and denies Chase Barney's.
Ramon Wright coming out of nowhere on that one, and then just putting a hand up and getting a big block at the rim.
What more could you want from Ramon Wright? Unbelievable block against Chase Barney's. Chase Barney's thought he had it in, and then Ramon Wright snuck up right behind him and stole that basket away.
Just popping out of nowhere, coming out and says, that's not yours, and just throwing it out of bounds.
And Offrey inbounds it to Chase. Chase now with the ball. Chase gives the ball to Towns. Towns gives it to Chase, meant for Rutherford. Three is up and almost good on an unconventional pull-up three, and the props are going to get the ball back with a shot clock violation. He'll give it to Nick now, Deron Curry. To Ryan Legler. Legler trapped, gives it to Deron. Deron's going to end up fumbling that ball, but it'll remain in control. Deep three, and Deron Curry can't get it to fall. Chase Barney's credit him with the rebound. He's going to push it now for his team. And they're playing, again, man-to-man coverage. The props very good at playing that type of coverage. Mike Vick getting the paint, and they're going to call a foul on the floor on Nick DePersia. They're going to give Mike Vick, though, a 1-and-1 chance here. So Mike Vick, one chance. If he makes it, he keeps going for the shot. If he misses, Profs and Rutgers Scarlet Raiders alike have a chance to rebound. And we're going to get a timeout called, I believe, by Coach Joe Crispin over there. It looks to be, it's going to be a full timeout. So we're going to take a quick step off here. Tune back in on Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. We'll be right back. Gary, what did you like so far from the Profs in this half?
The Profs in this half have been doing a great job offensively, mainly going inside. That was their problem in the first half. But driving inside, getting a couple layups to fall, and then on the defensive end, playing with a little bit of fire. You saw Connor Dickerson on multiple possessions get some turnovers, force some fouls, doing a great job on the defensive end. So Connor Dickerson on the defensive end is definitely something to highlight.
And Vic's first shot's up and good, so he's going to get that right back. still down by a handful of points here, 51-48 now. If Vic can make the shot, they will be within striking distance of tying the Profs. Vic's second shot's up and good. Down by 2 now as the Profs are going to get the ball back. Rob DePersia, bunny hopping his way into the paint. He gets it up and he gets the spin to fall, and he'll go to the line for a third point.
And like I said, the Profs doing a great job driving inside and getting a little bit of contact in the process, and that starts with players like Rob DePersia driving and eating contact, playing aggressive, putting up the shot there, getting fouled in the process, and hitting the shot so he gets a chance for one more at the line.
Rob DePersia looking to make it 3. And it's good. We're going to get a substitution now. Ralph's coming in, and Rutherford's going to take a seat on the bench. And Barney's with the ball now for the Scarlet Raiders. He's going to pick up his dribble, pass it to Vic. Vic gives it to Offray. Offray, nothing doing in the paint, so he's going to remain at the top of the 3 now. He'll give it over to Barney's. Barney's swinging it. He'll give it to Offray. Offray over to Barney's now. Barney's again in the paint, but he'll give it to Towns. Backdoored it, and they're going to get it for 2. Still down by 3 here. 4 minutes left to go in this half.
Shaping up to be a fun 4 minutes. Both teams going back and forth. Profs playing with a 3-point lead right now. It's going to be an interesting 4 minutes.
Ramon right now in the paint. Dishes out to Dickerson, who's wide open for the 3. Short hop, no good. Mike Vick on the rebound for that one. And Chase Barney's now with the ball for Rutgers. Gets in the paint, loses it. He's going to fall, though. They're not going to call foul on Ramon Wright, but they're going to remain in possession of the ball. And the crowd not too happy, depending on which side you're sitting on. And Rutherford comes back in as Ralph was only in for less than, I believe, 30 seconds. So an interesting substitution by Coach Joe Lofgren of the Scarlet Raiders, but we'll see how it turns out. Rutherford in, gets the tip, no good on the basket attempt.
A player like Quincy Rutherford doing a great job, one of your starters. Definitely want to get him back as soon as possible.
Rob DePersia gets it in. Ramon Wright swings it back out for the Profs, and Nick DePersia, thank goodness, is there to rebound it. He'll dish it over to Ron. To Corey, to Dickerson now, who over to Rob DePersia. Rob DePersia to Deron Curry. Deron Curry looking to see what he can do. Plenty of time left on the shot clock. He'll give it to Rob now. Rob, still top of the 3. He's running his way on the other side. Trying to get it in, throw it under, and he'll draw the foul off of Chase Barney's. Good play by Rob DePersia to get that foul.
Rob definitely leaning into that one a little bit, but whatever it takes to get a little bit of contact and some trips to the line to get these free throws, these free points in a way.
Rob DePersia now. 2 more free point attempts here. First shot's up, and it's good. And Rob DePersia looking to add to it. He's going to throw that second shot up, and it's good.
Big hits there by Rob DePersia to make this one a 2-possession game.
Still plenty of time, 3 minutes left. Scarlet Raiders down by 5. Props out to a good lead yet again. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Scarlet Raiders. And it's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to take a quick step off here. Rowan Radio 89.7 WGLS FM. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. 3 minutes left to go. Anthony Anafi on the call. Next to me, Gary Early. Gary, Scarlet Raiders definitely struggling, but they're able to stay in the game. So what do you think is helping them continue their momentum to look to make a strike against Rowan?
Well, this second half has been a little bit of back and forth, except for the past couple of minutes. The Profs doing a good job offensively and then stopping Rutgers-Newark defensively. But something that I really liked from the Scarlet Raiders in this one is their ability to make sure the Profs can't get anything going inside. They've been doing it well for most of the game, except for the long run that the Profs had. If they stop them from going inside, that stops almost half of their offense, because what the Profs like to do, they like to drive inside and then dish it out for a quick three.
Exactly, that has definitely been the pattern for the Profs on offense, and it has not seemed to be stopped so far in this game. That explains why they're out to a lead now. Alfred with the ball, gives it to Rutherford. Rutherford tries to get it up and over. He gets it over Ramon Wright for two. Down by 3 now. 2.5 minutes left to go. Nick DePersia now with the ball for the Profs. He's got the ball in transition to give it to Deron Curry. Now Deron toying with Barnes, but he'll dish it back to Nick. Nick trying to get trapped by Towns. Towns pushes Nick. Nick will throw it, and Offray tips it out of bounds.
Good job there by Offray, knocking that one out of bounds, not giving the Profs a chance to set up for that three-point attempt.
And Nick DePersia inbounds it to his brother Rob for the Profs. Rob DePersia can't get anything doing in the paint. He's going to give it to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright, risky pass, and they're going to call a holding foul on Xavier Towns.
The Profs getting away with one. They're getting a little bit lucky on the call, but luckily keeping the ball and getting a chance to make some shots from the line.
And Rutgers Scarlet Raiders absolutely infuriated by that call. Coach Joe Loughran telling the referees to make it even calls across both teams. And Rob DePersia is going to be back at the line again, trying to get 2 more points on the board for his team. First shot is up and just hits the rim and falls short. No good. Rob DePersia having a hard time at the line, shooting and making either one of his foul shots. Every attempt so far today, he's had 3 attempts at the line, and as I've said, he's made 1 for 2 so far. He's going to look as his second shot's up, and it's good.
A big hit there to extend the lead to 4, making it a 2-possession game once again, not giving Rutgers-Newark a chance to go down and get a quick 3.
And Xavier Towns dishes it over to Chase Barnes. Chase Barnes is going to give it back to Towns, who will give it back to Barnes. Barnes gets in the paint, runs the baseline, but nothing's doing. He'll give it to Vic. Vic draws Ramon Wright off the hop, and he's going to get it to fall for the foul, as Mike Vick's going back to the line for 2.
Good work there by Ramon Wright, making sure he didn't get the basket. Make him earn the shots from the line. You don't want him getting any free shots underneath the basket, and way to make sure he didn't make the shot there.
And Mike Vick's shot first up, no good. As you said, Gary, no free shots allowed, and they did not allow him to get a free shot. They just pushed him outside the paint, gave him that foul. And the Scarlet Raiders pulled all their players from even rebounding the ball. They're all back on defense as Mike Vick's second shot's up and good. Still down by 3 here. 2 minutes to go in the second half of play. Rob DePersia over to Ramon Wright. Ramon Wright back to Deron Curry, the top of the key. Deron, elbow jumper is good.
All Deron Curry needs is just a little bit of space to get a shot off, and it's almost automatic in this one.
And Tyler Allfree looking at the clock, looking at his team, telling them, boys, we got to get something going here, down by a handful of points. He's going to try and run baseline, gets stopped on the block, gives it to Barnes. Barnes was going to take a 3. He gets in the paint, dishes it to Vic. Backdoor, and Connor Dickerson was there to deny him.
And Dickerson doing a great job in this one on the defensive end, and right there, getting a crucial block inside.
Rob DePersia now with the ball for the Profs. Minute 15 left in this half. Rob DePersia swings it to Ramon. Ramon swings it out to Deron. Deron, jumper 3, no good. Rebounded by Ramon Wright. Back to Curry. Curry swings it out to Rob. Back to Nick at the top of the key, who gives it back to his brother Rob. And the Profs are just going to hold up here.
A smart move there, not taking a shot, not forcing anything, and wasting a little bit of clock in the process to make this one seem a little out of reach for Rutgers-Newark.
And Rob DePersia, definitely want one of the tallest guys on this team, but definitely the most efficient when it comes to handling that ball. He'll go up, draw the foul, and he's going to shoot for 2 yet again.
He really is the Energizer Bunny, the thing that keeps this Profs team going. The spark plug just gives the Profs a little bit of energy when they need it. And right there, going up in the lane and getting fouled in the process for 2 shots with under a minute left.
And Coach Joe Loughran over there talking to his guys and telling them, listen, keep it together. We still have some time left in this game. As Rob DePersia's first shot's up and good as the crowd is on their feet here at the senior night for the Rowan University Profs. Rob DePersia taking his time on this second attempt. He's going to dish it up, and it's good. 50 seconds left to go. Scarlet Raiders with the ball now, trying to get some form of points on the board. And they're going to call a timeout. Coach Joe Loughran over there is going to tell the referees we're going to need to slow it down real quick. And it's going to be a full timeout, but we're going to keep things here on Rowan Radio 89.7. Gary, unbelievable play matched by the Profs. They just keep dishing the ball left and right, getting points on the board. Scarlet Raiders, though, still stumbling to even get any form of momentum going. What do you do if you're Coach Joe Loughran?
Well, in this one, you don't have much time left. Down by 7 points or so. You gotta go down. You gotta hit a quick 3. You got 45 seconds left, and you need points in bunches. You need to start hitting shots, and you gotta try that 3 ball. You have not shot it very much in this one, so late in this one, definitely not the time and the place to try something new. But you don't have much time left. You need points quick.
Definitely need to have better time management skills, especially since the Scarlet Raiders have been known to shave off some times from the shot clock so far in today's game, and it definitely has not helped them. They did have to lead a couple of times, but they've just lost it. It was a shootout a couple minutes ago, but now the Profs have a dominant lead, 61 points against the Scarlet Raiders, 54 points, 45 seconds left as both teams will come out of the huddle now. And we're going to look to see what the Scarlet Raiders can do with that ball.
And that's just a testament of how well the Profs are playing on the defensive end. The spark, the igniter for the Profs on that big run they went on was a huge block by Connor Dickerson, which started a rush and started something going for the Profs. So defensively, the Profs are just playing so well and not giving Rutgers-Newark a chance to operate.
And not giving Rutgers-Newark a chance to operate has definitely helped the Profs maintain their lead, 61 points here. Offray inbounds it to Barnes now. Barnes, deep 3, no good, rebounded by Deron Curry. Deron's gonna come out of the baseline with that, he'll dish it to Rob. Rob, free, open layup, it's good. And the inbounds pass is gonna get tipped away by Connor Dickerson. Still, these Profs are up, but they do not quit, allowing no ball to fly in the zone.
Great work by Deron Curry, throwing it down to Rob DePersia as he puts up the layup with no one around him and keeps the clock rolling for a little bit longer.
Barney's inbounds to Offray now. Offray bringing the ball up, 30 seconds left to go in the end of this half. Offray, step back 3. The ball is up and no good. Shot clock comes unplugged now. Ramon Wright gets the rebound, passes it to Ron Curry, who wasn't paying attention. Offray gets in the paint now, lays it up, and he's going to get 2 on the board for his team. 15 seconds left now. Rob DePersia with the ball, and he's just going to get fouled by Barnes. And again, he'll go back to the line to look to add 2 more points to Rowan's total. And the Profs, 10 seconds left in this game, definitely seem to have this one wrapped up with a nice bow on top and get back into that W column.
A big win here on senior night if everything's go despite a miracle for Rutgers-Newark. Looks like the Profs are going to go away with a win here on senior night. One of the last games of the year, your last home game, big win. And looking for the rest of the year, you got 1 more game left. You want to make sure you win that one, and then looking at the postseason.
And Rob DePersia's first shot is up, and it's good. Rob DePersia's second shot up and good as well. And with the clock winding down, a bunch of substitutions for the Profs coming in. All the seniors are going to get a standing ovation from the crowd as they definitely deserved it here in this one. Beautiful game played by all the seniors. Rob DePersia, Ramon Wright, Deron Curry, Nick DePersia, and the rest of the Rowan team playing a great game so far.
A great way to honor your seniors who played their hearts out this year, leading you to second in the NJAC. Great way to end their home season.
And Offray's got an open three, 4 seconds left. Victor Ruggiano checked in for the Profs, just gonna look to hold that ball. And the Profs seal the deal with a 65-59 win over the Rutgers Scarlet Raiders. Again, looking back at that last game, much closer as well, but this game still closer. I mean, Gary, taking a look, watching this game, what an incredible game played by these seniors. What do you think is next for the Profs?
Well, the Profs gotta look at their next game at Kane University on Wednesday. They want to win that one, make sure they end the season strong, and then you're looking at the playoffs, you're looking at the postseason, and the Profs played so well this year. Looks like